Hello and welcome to another roguelike demo showcase. It's been a while since I've done it, and this time live on stream. But, of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, you have no idea that it's live on stream, do you, huh? Huh? I'm laughing at you. I'm pointing at the camera. But you can't see that, of course, there is no camera. I'm doing the hand wave thing. Anyway, I've been getting distracted. This is Cascadou or Cascadou. I don't know the actual pronunciation. Mattis. I just saw the name for the first time, so let me know how you want that to be pronounced. Sent me an email, solo developer. It's got a new demo out as part of Steam Next Fest, which is currently ongoing, I believe, and well, it's sequence deck building roguelike cut with cards and chain reactions. It's the classic, right? It's the question of the century at this current time. How do you capitalize on the realization that this is the genre that people actually like, I think, listen, I've been playing roguelikes for a little while, here and there, and I think Balatro, I've forgotten how to speak, changed how people saw it in good ways and bad ways. In good ways in the sense that people were like, this is fire, and bad ways in the sense that, like, for every, 5 out of 10, I'm not saying that this is one of those games. I haven't played it yet, I try to be just a little, 5% kinder to people who actually directly reach out to me and send me, even if it's literally just, you want to check out my demo, I'm not even though I'll graciously accept anything that is sent my way, even if it is just like, my demo's out, if you want to try it, you can. At least I don't think I've ever not responded to an email that hasn't just been a scam. And anyone who reaches out will at least, I'll give you the time of day at least. If not, check out your game at some point. So, that's the long and the short of it. Now, I do want to say, and I debated not including this in the video, but I always did it when I was recording, so now that I'm live, I'm not going to keep anything different. The settings is just a bit too messed up here. There's no settings option here, so you have to hit escape, and then you get this screen, which is not the settings, but which is the pause menu ? And then you can click escape to get it out, but then you can also click settings. But if you click escape, it doesn't go back from the settings. It goes back into this menu, which is not the settings, but which is also not the main menu, because the main menu, and then you can't escape out of the settings. You have to click back. And that's the quick game button, which is the same color. And now I'm pressing escape and it just doesn't work sometimes. It's the same color as the back, which is... There's some design language, philosophy that you might want to have some acceptance testing on that one. Me using big boy developer words. I am technically a software engineer, but let's just say I'm hoping that I don't have to enter the horrible field of it. I'm working on other things at the minute, but at some point I have to act my experience. Anyway, let's hit play. If you already know about all this stuff, you may skip the tutorial. I do not know about all this stuff. Hello, Shipwrecked, the bird. This is the Cascadou. It's cockatoo it's a cascading cockatoo. It's in 3D. Which I didn't know. Another castaway, huh? How about a game? I agree. Each round you play poker hand. I'm familiar with that. Balala. Yes, I click high card. Ace is 14. Okay. So it goes up in that direction. The kings aren't just 10. It's not Balala, which is the Balatro ripoff. Actually, I think before they released a free not free either. Before they released it on mobile, someone made a ripoff of it. I'm not sure. Anyway, cards next to each other can create poker hands. Okay, so they have to be adjacent. Playing a card will start the poker chain. They can be next, above, or below. So, like, up, down, left, right. Not diagonal. 3 of a kind are 3. Oh, we can actually move them. Oh, and it just auto-plays. I thought I was selecting them. But I guess when there's multiple options, then maybe it does it. I'm not sure why. That first one, I had to click both of them, but this time I only clicked one and it worked. I'm wondering whether that's intended or not. Poker hands have a score multiplier. You add the cards and then you put the mult. I'm familiar. Flushes can be very powerful. Find the flush. This is a flush. It's up at least 5. So because it's not just play 5, it's play whatever works. It just adds it all. Yeah, flushes can be of any length. So this is much like Balatro. Flushes are the starting player's bread and butter. I always love trying to go for a straight build in Balatro because it's more satisfying to find like you have to do a little bit more thinking even, and since they buffed straights, the upgrade of the straight. This is Balatro talk. I'm sorry, but since they buffed the straights upgrading, like it used to be that it wasn't even really that much better or even marginally better than the flush, but it was so much harder to build a deck that made straights, whereas building a deck that makes flushes is baby's first win in the game, right? So anyway, full house, find the full house. Okay, I like you hover it and it tells you. Can I make my own? Can I like make a full house and a 2-pair? How crazy can we go here? Full house 3-pair. Can I also do a straight here? Oh wait, we have limited moves. The game didn't tell me about moves yet, by the way. I would like to make that clear. I mean, you've seen everything, so it's weird that I can do that without knowing that I can do that. I was just thinking like maybe we can do it. Makes sense that they're limited. What happens if I do it wrong? That's not quite right. Okay, they reset it. I wanted to know. What happens if I do what I was doing but do it properly? No, don't swap yet. The swapping is gonna make this game take like too long to play in a good way, but not in a way that maybe not be conducive to recording it. But let me see here. I want to click on this guy and make him do something. Did he look at me because I clicked on him? No, I don't think so. He's sort of mean mugging me a little bit, but that's alright. How do we want to do this? Well, is there a bonus? No, there's no bonus. Okay. I mean, listen, this is the first pass of the demo. This is not something I'm critical of necessarily, but it is something I think would be cool that it really adds that, like, flavor to the hook of the game, right? Is the idea that you haven't told me to do something yet, but I figured out how to do it. Just a little message that might be like, oh, you've gotten ahead of me, have you? Like, depending on how you might have to like change how you're coding it so that it actually detects that specifically. But I imagine it's not so hard compared to the value that it might bring, right? A full house can also be 3+2. If there are more than 3 cards, it's called a palace. Okay, we've got new inventing hands here as well, since we can go beyond the 5. Straight is at least 5. You can play them in any direction as long as they're in order. Okay, I get what you mean, but I think it might be hard for some people to intuit that, but maybe it's because it took me a second and I'm feeling self-conscious about it. But the idea that okay, wait, they can deadass be in any order? No, 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace. I think it's like it's sequential, which I guess means in order. But any direction, I assumed it still had to be one direction, but no. I get what you mean, but it's. How do I explain this? Also 6-7. How do I explain like? So they can be It's not that you can play them in any direction, but from start to finish, the path that you take from one card to the next can be in any direction, as long as it's in the sequence of the straight. But wording that in a way that's like easily understood is, apart from maybe what I just said, which is not very like good to put on the I don't think I explained it very well either. I'm not saying I have the solution to it, but I think like this would be an example where I think you would be better served having like maybe a few examples of straights, but maybe you do that right now. Let's see. They can go with the start or at the end. Also, like this example doesn't help your case. The fact that you're starting with the highest one here, you're going backwards in order here, but not backwards in order here. I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid, but anyway. Found the 2 pair, I suppose. There's also 3 and 4 pair. We can swap cards. We've been able to swap cards the whole time, actually. Swap the creator straight. Bang. You have 10 moves in normal round. Okay. By strategically placing the starting card, you can trigger... Was there anything special about the starting card? What is a starting card? You've made a term that I don't quite understand. Move the ace so you can play both the flush and the 3 of a kind in one go. Okay. So it's kind of, and this I didn't know. That's interesting. It's kind of Scrabble coded in the sense that, like, where you put it down, you can then get the points for something that was already there. Like, if you imagine that I put this down here, I'm filling in like 2 at the same time, which, you know, it's hard to do, but if you can do it, it's great. But okay, so it doesn't automatically do the sequence. The one that you click has to be part of all the sequences that the card that you click is part of will be scored. Which makes sense, I think. Yeah, playing the card triggers the best hands connected to it. What do you mean the best? The all? Oh, okay. The best as in only one of each type. So if you have an ace that goes like 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on the other side it's like, you know, Jack, Queen, King, 10, in the right order, assumingly, it will trigger the higher scoring one. Even if it's also part of, on the other side, like a pair or something like that, that part will, okay, I get it. Winning rounds, get your coins, buy stickers that boost card values, multiple hand scores, and more. Bombo combo. When high card triggers surrounding cards. Okay. As in it plays them as if they were played. Over 100 stickers with a unique effect. Boosting card values, poker hands, earning you more coins. Or twist the rules of the game. Goal score. Unfamiliar. Okay, let's play. Easy run. I'm thinking we don't do an easy run. It made the noise. That's a there we go. The lack of, I don't know why the music didn't play in the demo. That might be a bug, because there's a music slider in the settings, and now I feel like we're finally playing the game, which I guess we are. But you know, let's play. Playing a card. Yeah. Okay. Well, now redraw costs 1 move. What does redraw do? Okay, you can redraw the whole board, but it's only available at the start of the round. Interesting. Okay. We have a flush, so I think you probably want to like see what your starting option is, and then move from there. I mean, we may as well just click stuff from the early stages. I see a huge. Well, there's a 2 pair into this, and then I can hit you with like the flush 1 pair. We've unlocked table for 2 as a result of that, and vampire blood. I will say it might actually be a bit confusing at first. One thing I don't think it's you might. don't think it's a fault of the game. I think this is just something that you might have to adjust to. The idea that like the starting card matters and you're not just filling out all possible sequences in like a chain reaction might confuse some people. But I can also just hover on to see what starting move makes the most sense and go from there, you know. Well, if we do this, then this I thought, never mind. I swapped the wrong one, I think. Well, I guess I could do it this way, and then we have... No, we don't have it. Oh, whatever, just play the damn thing. Too much thinking. That's the brain. Cascadou, by the way. What the... Where am I? Okay, I am here. Next round or challenge? I clicked something. I don't know what I clicked. There was too much on the screen. Flush doesn't score. I'm just being frank. Well, I guess that means we'll play some straights and other things. Pretty good music. Not distracting and yet thematic, I would say. I didn't mean to extend the pair further, but we're just gonna let it run. Don't even question it. Sometimes things just work out nicely, okay? I would like this is one thing, some sort of like aggregation of how many of everything I can see would be helpful. Right? Like on here, I know you could just do it by looking at it, but you know, it's a video game. You want to have more options and stuff, right? I would like a pull-out breakdown of like suit and number, so that I could look at this and without having to literally count it or like quickly guess it, be like, okay, I got a bunch of twos, I got a bunch of, you know, greens. Clovers. We can make it work doing it like this. We can arrange it in such an efficient way. Also, flushes don't score, by the way, so we gotta keep that in mind. Here we go. Full house. Redecorate unlocked. How many moves left? Playing a card, hand, or swapping uses one move, so we gotta be careful. At some point, it's probably just better to play. Okay, well this is not that point, I have to imagine. 6, 6, 6, 7, 7. Well, the flush won't score. So I should probably try to full house this somehow, but where would I get the full house? But I see 7. If I had more moves, this would be I would be able to like get even better. But I don't got all that. Last move, I suppose. I think we lost that one. Yeah. Unlucky. It's actually like the hand is very important in the absence of like anything else. You really secret hand. You really wanna optimize to. Oh, we have straight scores double. Well, do we have a straight? There's a king. There's a queen, king, ace thing that we could do here. But I don't see a jack or a 10. Three pair is good, right? Not that good. It's possible. Any 10s on the board? We do, we do. I'm seeing a huge flush, by the way. Like a diabolically large flush. It's also royal. I could have probably picked a better starting square if I had to guess. I would say it's weird to have the options here and there. You gotta pick one. Card can only have one sticker. +1 move. It's a when entering or when played. That's a guy right there. It's a fella. 50 score while on board to odd cards. Well, you don't want it to be odd because you want it to stick around, right? I don't know. Put it on like this, I suppose. It doesn't matter really, does it? For a lot of these. Next round or challenge? Okay, so I click the challenge. Clubs don't score seems much easier. Okay, we got an extra move. I'm defocusing my eyes to see the most optimal path. Our only starting option is this, but the clubs don't score, so that's gonna be even less than it already is. Give me a redraw just to see what I could get, maybe. Okay, we got a bit of a two pair here. Any 6s or 3s involved? We can get another 2 pair. Okay, this turned into a full house because there was a 2 here I didn't see. Okay, we mogged. Accidentally, we cooked. King, stairway, 6x multiplier F straight. Hovering it. Okay, immediately add some +1 multiplier. There's no shot that's gonna be that helpful, bro. Or coins. How about we add a stairway, which I'm so glad you have a descriptor here, so that I don't have to like forget immediately. If it's a part of a straight, so I think statistically you want to put it like here, right? Or an 8, which is part like, because 4 can only be part of like, I don't know how it works, but I'm gonna put it on this just to do something. Night battle. There's no bonuses at night, I suppose. Okay, we have the stairway. 6, 7, 8. Do we have a 9? Yeah, we do. Straight into 3. I did not even intend that, but we've absolutely nuked the score. We mogged. We big time mogged. Guess we'll go to the shop then. 7, 8, 9. While on board, 7, 8, 9 get +7 for each 7, 8, and 9. Random stickers or cards. I don't want to mess with the cards, to be honest with you, because it seems like it's a very slow rate of messing with the cards, so I would rather just leave them as is and go to the stickers, which is the interesting part right now. Adds a move, removes a coin. I like my coins. Sure, this one is actually like interacting, but you don't want it to be a 7, 8, or 9, right? We'll put it like there. It doesn't matter what it is, I suppose. It's not like you can really do much with it. I guess we'll do a challenge. Swapping is free, but only one play. Okay, so that's that kind of thing. This is also free. Thankfully, they're specified. Well, we have a lot of, like, very relevant things here. There's a 3 pair... We don't have a straight with this, do we? I have 6, 7, 8, 9, but there's no 10 or 5. So that's troubling, and that's not going to make it easy. So I think I should redraw just for the hopes of running into a better situation. Yeah, here we go. 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen seems ideal. So if we just... let me... So we have this, by the way. So I guess I should do it like this, so that we get a flush also. And I guess that straight goes both ways, huh? But I guess I should also... I can also do 6, 7, 5, 4, 3. Yo, wait, we can 2. Oh my god, it's a looping ace. Wait, there's a king here. Can we get a full ace? Ermagerd, a full earth. $21,000. I broke a game, bro. It's that easy. The full ace. And see, that was fun. I think if that, honestly, that was more fun than your base mode with the limited moves, because that felt like actually curating something quite interesting. Straight doesn't score. That's kind of what we're doing right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a normal round. 4 of a kind scores double. Do we got that shit? We kind of do have that shit, to be honest with you. We could try at least. Five, 6, 7, 6, 7. By the way, I didn't even intend it that time. We have no 8, so we can't go that way. Or a 4. We actually have a 4 of a kind. I didn't even mean to swap it really necessarily, but I can do this. We have a palace. Cascadou, by the way. Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday. Stickers used. 3 coins. If replacing a sticker at 500. Another leather jacket. Then I don't need a jacket. Anyone remember that? Also, I got way too many coins now. So we'll just open this shit now. Holy shit, crystal cards that trigger 3 times. Fuck it, I'll pick it. What am I doing with this? I guess you can't add cards. You can only replace cards. I don't want to mess with my structure because I'm building straights. So give me this thing then. Fraud. When high card copies the left sticker, so this is DNA, but like for itself. When between 2 cards, so you can do a lot of maneuvering to make that work. But it seems hard enough to get the score, to be honest. Triggers a new poker chain. I don't know what it means. Fart sound. Plays a fart sound when played. That's pretty good. 500 score to card. Isn't that kind of crazy? And like numerically? I don't know what I'm doing, but I am interested, I suppose. I guess I'm also interesting depending on who you ask. 7, 8, and 9. I messed up the swapping order of this. So I think no, this is what I want to do, right? Yeah. What the fuck? I accidentally made something way too good. That's not my intention at all. Jesus Christ. Okay. I was just hoping to make a slicker straight with maybe a couple extra things. Triplet. Triggers hand 3 times. Fuck it, bro. What the hell? Give me that. When high card, move cards without spending moves until next hand played? Jesus Christ. That's broken. That's insanely broken. Moves are like the most difficult like resource in the game, and you gave me that for free? What's the eye on this thing, by the way? Oh, it's a while on board. And this is when played. It's a trigger condition. Well, Hearthstone posting. Not really, but you know what I mean. 4 of a kind scores double. What are we rocking? I see a 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I knew it would be enough. I was trying to see if I wanted to do more, but I think we'll just send it as is, bro. Triggers cards above bracket, adding 2 moves. Multiplies hand by 2. Will butter me up and call me sexy or whatever. Next round of challenge. Diamonds don't score. Literally, what do I care? We are mogging insanely. We also already almost have a 7, 8, 9, 10. We have no jack. Do we have a 6? No. That makes it a little bit more difficult to do what I'm trying to do. That's okay. Can we get 2 flushes? Probably not, huh? I think maybe I'll do this so that I can. Okay, how did I end up doing all that? I didn't mean to do all that. I just do a quick hover to see what we have on store. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The most annoying thing, and I don't think this is necessarily annoying so much so as it's just a bit difficult to get, like, to do the math in my head, right? Is I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? But I would need to do like the Tower of Hanoi optimal swap theorem each time. You know? I have 7, 8, 9 already. I guess I should figure out the largest, like, cogent sequence. But you also, like, you want to do something like this. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, well, that's kind of what I meant to do, yeah. Okay, we won. Skibbity. Immediate wishbone multiplied your boast. I'm just gonna upgrade my flush, because why not? The night battle. We don't have a stairway up, but we do have reorganize. Okay, but it's not a high card. Can I make it a high card? I guess the first thing I would probably do, like if I'm gonna do that, I may as well play a free flush. Do that for a swap. Then send it, re-roll, get an extra move. Play this as a high card, lock my moves, and just try and optimize the hell out of this. Triplet. Triggers hand 3 times. Okay. See, now we're playing with house money. Now we're cooking big time. Can we get the whole damn board on our squad? See, why does this trigger these but not those, you know? That's the interesting part about this whole thing. There's a flush in here somewhere also, right? Yeah. I'm just trying to make the biggest, like, snowball effect thing. Maybe if I swap these here, it changes it? No. But where'd the... I was gonna say where'd the flush go? The flush didn't go anywhere, I guess. But this doesn't contain very many odds. But we don't have that many odds on our board, actually. And another thing is I'm also not really that interested in optimizing this that much further. This seems good enough to me. It was good enough. Lifeline. Sure, I guess. Let's see what else you got in here. I level up. All visible cards ranks are upgraded by 1 disappears after use. I kind of don't want that, but I'll put it on you, I suppose. Give me the card pack. Silver card is double value. I guess I'll pick it then, but I will just replace it with itself. The mystery card challenge. Some cards are flipped. You can't play them directly, but they can become part of hands played. So you just don't know what it is, but if it turns out to be a part of your hand, then... Okay, so this is a 2-pair, so we know it's a 9. Nothing around this helps us. This is a 3-pair, which means that this is 3. Okay, so I mean, it wasn't so hard to figure it out once we ended up that way. I didn't mean to do all that, but now we have our good old friend, right? We didn't know what this was. Oh, as in it's only a... What do you mean? But I thought it was... It's not the starter round, but we still have this option? That's kind of weird. Okay, moves locked. Now let's optimize. This is a 7. Okay, that's good to know. We can get a palace in here. Oh shit! Can we even do more? The 5x palace, the 6x palace. Holy! Oh my god. We marked the 6x palace. That one sticker that lets you do 3 moves is broken beyond belief. End of demo! Try the ones we can beat them too. The full game arrives in 2026. Machine Boy. Shout out Machine Boy. That's Cascadou. I guess I'll click new game. So, concluding thoughts after just over half an hour of gameplay. I think it's got promise. I think the problem is a few things. I think you gotta ramp up the scale and mess with the board space a little bit, and then people will be able to get good at it before it gets more complicated. I think it starts out in a weird spot because there's too much on the board for a round 1, and yet it's like difficult and easy at the same time. It's trivial to get accidentally sometimes, or not even without that much engineering of the game, a massive combo. That's not so bad in and of itself, but I think, excuse me, that when you, for instance, I think lower level, they're not enemies, I guess, blinds, that's by the troll talk. Lower level stages, like level 1, level 2, the beginning of your run should have a smaller board with less options. In the sense, maybe it's a 3x5 or something like that. And you because I think if you play with the form a little bit there, things could get really interesting. I think the infrequency of messing with your board. I'm not saying make it Balatro, but I think you've gone with the Slay the Spire instead, right? Which is, but also you've not had that many options for the branching path. I think you've sort of gone to the middle of both worlds and not optimized it either way. If you're gonna have the branching paths, then you have to have it much more branching, right? You have to actually make it somewhat more like, okay, but if I go this way, then I can't get this later down the path. If you see the whole thing. So I think that's something you might want to consider messing with. Also, maybe give if you're gonna make it, you can make your enemies actually other birds, but that might be a creative like endeavor that takes too long down the line. But I actually just noticed this is like hearts and diamonds tree. I like that. So I think you've got a lot of promise here, especially like your with the stickers and everything. But I think if you wanted to catch on, right? If you wanted to like hook people, first off you have to do a bit of smoothing out on like the tutorial and the intro, and then your difficulty curve and stuff like that. Like I feel like it's a few like passes away of just like small touch ups, and then it'll actually like it'll really work and people will love it. Also, maybe you can voice act the bird, but that's just I'm just saying that out of nowhere. Don't worry about that. But yeah, check it out for yourself if you're so inclined. Link in description. If you wanna, let me know what your thoughts are as well. Like, comment, subscribe. The thing you're supposed to say when you're a YouTuber. Unfortunately, you kind of have to say it. I say this even as an audience member. Nowadays, people don't literally will not like, comment, or subscribe. I just give out subscriptions. I've almost like if I unsubscribe or unfollow you on Twitch or YouTube, or even any other social media that I use, like outward facing, like Twitter, for instance. If I do that, I've truly like. Well, Twitter is a different exception because Twitter, I'll follow somebody based on one post, and then if I see a post that I'm like, okay, well now you've made me no longer look at this. This is no longer very fun anymore, and then I might unfollow from there, but. Certainly on Twitch and YouTube, if I unsubscribe or unfollow on those platforms, you have really pissed me off because like the algorithm is what drives a lot of that interaction there anyway. But yeah, anyway, that's all I got for you.